Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to make this milky donut. In a bowl you add milk, sugar and mix together. I'll put the exact measurement in the description box below. Then you go in with yeast and as well mix it together. Then for this recipe I use 2 eggs, small sized eggs. So you're going to mix this very well. Thereafter, you sieve in flour. I use 2 cups of all-purpose flour for this. I'm going to sieve in the flour and I added powder milk flavor, baking powder and salt. Mix this again together. Check the description box for the exact measurements I use for this recipe. Don't worry if your dough is sticky, it's going to come together when you are kneading it. In the work surface, you want to sprinkle flour. For the sprinkling, I use 3/4 cup of flour. So you're going to keep that and add it with the measurement of 2 cups of flour. Okay, just to get an exact measurement for your donuts. So you're going to knead this very well. You will knead this so that it will come together. And the next thing is to add butter. You're going to mix this together until the butter is well incorporated in the dough. To check if your dough is ready, you have to poke in hole on the dough. If it rise again, you know that it is ready. If it did not rise, you know that it is not ready. You have to keep kneading. The second part is to take a portion of it and stretch it out. If it break, like if the dough break, you know that it is not ready. But you stretch it out like this and you see that it did not break, you know that the dough is ready. Now you have to put it inside the bowl and cover for 45 to 60 minutes. I left mine for 60 minutes, that is about an hour, so that it will rise and double in size. We'll keep this aside and now make the cream. For the cream you need milk and condensed milk, evaporated milk and condensed milk. This condensed milk you can actually use sugar instead in place of condensed milk. And then you use egg yolk. I use 2 egg yolk, the yolk of egg. And I go in with strawberry flavor. You can use any flavor of your choice. You can use vanilla. Then after that, I mix it and go in with cornstarch and flour, all-purpose flour. Remember I told you the 3/4 of that flour, you are going to be using it small small. That's from that 3/4 of that small flour, that's where I use from again to take 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, and then I added 1 tablespoon of whipped cream. Mix it together, then transfer this into a pan. Add butter. This is not margarine, it's butter. Then put this on a low heat and mix it continuously. You have to continuously stir until the butter is completely dissolved. While it is dissolving, you add another milk. You stir this continuously until it is thick. If you are still watching at this point, please smash the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and share. The next step, this is how it should be. The thickness, the consistency of the thickness should be like this. You remove it from the fire. This is what it looks like. Then you're going to add in milk, fresh evaporated milk, full cream. You're going to add it and whisk this, mix it together until it is very smooth and creamy. You can see how thick this is, so you are going to continuously whisk it if you want it to be this thick until it is very smooth. But if you want it to be very creamy instead of this thick, you have to blend it. I actually blend this at this point, and this is what the consistency looks like. You can see how it is. I just love how creamy this is. So you are going to put this in the fridge. Please note, not freezer, fridge. Put it in the fridge for 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. While that is in the fridge, we'll go back to our dough and open it. You can see that the dough has doubled in size. So you're going to, before you actually do this thing, you can bring it out and divide it. But I just poking hole from here. It doesn't really matter. So you're going to take some flour again to sprinkle on the surface and still knead this for a little while. Now you have to divide the dough and cut it into shape. If you are making this donut for commercial purposes, please make sure that your measurements are accurate. The secret to a great commercial donut, perfect commercial donut, is the accuracy of the measurement and also the kneading of the dough. So if this is for this particular one is not for commercial purpose, this is actually for homemade use. Okay, so if it is commercial purpose, you have to take your time and do a lot of this. So what I did there is I take each portion and I mold it just like the way you saw me do. Now this is everything. So you are going to cover this for about 15 minutes. Then after 15 minutes, it is ready to fry. At this point, please, your oil should be on low. In fact, it shouldn't even be bringing out bubbles. I actually made a mistake. I did not test my oil. So my oil was actually boiling like this. So I have the dough and I start all over again, and I did not know that my phone was no longer recording. So this is everything after I'm done. You can see that there is one dark one there. That was the one I added when the oil was very hot. So please, you have to first of all make sure that your oil is warm up, it's just heat up. It is not too hot and not too cold. Okay, so I'm just coating the donuts right here with milk. I'm doing the sugar coating and the milk coating. This is how it looks after coating with the milk, and this is also the sugar coating. Now this is how everything looks after coating them. The next step now is to poke in hole and add the cream. Okay, now what you want to do is to take a piping bag and take out your cream and pour it in the piping bag. You can see how creamy this is. Remember, if you don't want it to be creamy, you just have to turn it until it is thick. You remember what I told you. Now this is everything. I'm going to use this skewer stick to poke in holes in the donut. So you want to poking holes and spread it inside. From the inside, you are going to spread it. If you want a full cream donut, like when you open it, everything is just pouring cream, cream, cream. You have to spread it very wide, okay, and make sure that it's like there's a big hole inside. But this particular one, sweet things. I will not say much. So this particular one, I just put it very little, but not too little. So you are going to see it at the end of this video. So I pour everything in the piping bag right now, and this is me putting in the milk, the creamy milk inside the donut. and you're going to clean out the excess cream pouring out. Then for the chocolate filling, I use this chocolate butter that I have at home. So I just put in. That reminds me, instead of, if you don't have a piping bag, you can actually use nylon. I use this to demonstrate that you can use nylon, poke in holes, and actually do this, fill your donuts with nylon. You don't necessarily need a piping bag. So this is how everything looks. So this is the chocolate and this is the creamy donuts. See this one? This is what I meant. If you want it very creamy, you have to spread the whole inside so that the cream will fill everywhere. So see you in my next video. Bye.